Now, for the most famous words in motorsports, please welcome today's Grand Marshal, Apollo 13 astronaut, Jim Lovell.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Very well, gang. Very well. All right, man, crank it up.
Fans on their feet, here they come down with a green flag. Kansas looking high. Will try to lead the first lap. Remember, you get 5 bonus points for leading a lap, and every point is important here in the chase. Jeff Gordon in second spot.
Right now, everybody gets through turn 3 real clean. Talked to a lot of drivers. They were concerned about it. Took it nice and easy. When you enter turn 3, it looks like that got through there just fine. Jeff Gordon right on the tailpipe of the 17 car, getting into 1.
That was Denny Hamlin underneath the 10 car.
Take a look at Dale Earnhardt Jr. right on the bottom. Now, here this guy is out of the chase for the championship. Man, he wants to win a race so bad it's unreal right now.
He won't be on the bottom long either. He'll be up searching around that wall for the groove before long.
Well, yesterday in practice, this guy was right dead up against the wall, Andy. You saw him about 2 foot off the wall, just digging up there. Now 3 wide.
Oh, and Earnhardt Jr. trying to squeeze in. The 10 car almost does get out of shape and gathers it back up. Great save by Scott Riggs.
Comes Kyle Busch up on the outside.
Man, that's one thing about this track. It's so wide. Getting out the corner, you can do some racing like they're doing now.
The rain coming down sideways now, so we could be delayed for some time, guys.
Onboard camera, you see Tony Raines on board showing the rain is coming down pretty significantly here. And they will red flag this event. They will stop the cars.
And when you got a lot of wind, Andy, you know as well as I do, it's going to drive this track pretty fast. So we should be back at it here pretty shortly.
The 31 car, we're being told, will be sent to the tail end of the longest line. That is Jeff Burton. Remember, they were struggling with this brand new car. Qualified back in 34th position. Here's what happened as forced the 31 to the back of the pack.
Okay, remember this little contact he had with John Andretti. Whoops, he tried to sneak one in there and pull that fender out. I guess they caught him doing that. Yeah, Sterling Marlin a few years ago tried that under a red flag, and they put him to the back, cost him the race.
Double file down the back straightaway. Now, Rusty, the rains have washed what rubber there was on the racetrack. How's this going to impact what happens with these guys side by side here in terms of grip?
Well, right now, it wasn't a hard enough rain, Jerry, to really wash the rubber off the racetrack. So still got a good amount of rubber on the track from practice and from the races. Don't believe it's going to affect these guys much at all.
They got these fresh tires on. These guys are going to go after it right early here. You see this one car under Dale Earnhardt Jr. Teammates racing side by side off turn 2.
Truex in the 1, Earnhardt Jr. in the 8. Remember, we talked about when they were interviewed earlier with Dave Burns about how Earnhardt Jr. likes the high groove. Here's the 2 car of Kurt Busch trying to follow Truex beneath Earnhardt Jr. for 3rd position.
Oh, trouble.
Kyle Busch, one of the chase contenders, has had back-to-back top 5 finishes, and he is head on to the wall here on lap 27. Hearing there may have been some contact on the racetrack. Let's see what happened. Did he have some contact from behind?
Oh, looks like Junior really got into the back of him hard.
You know, this is the difference between this car and the car tomorrow. The car tomorrow, the bumpers lined up perfect, and it looks like Junior just gave him just a little tap coming down the straightaway to kind of help pick his speed up, and it lifted the back of his car up, and he just flat lost control of it.
Kyle, that looked like it came out of nowhere. What happened out there with Junior?
I don't know. He'd have to ask him. I just gave him a lane to try to let him go on the outside because I knew he was going to have a run off the corner, and I got run in the back of and spun out down the back straightaway for absolutely no reason, and it was, a pretty stupid move on his part. And obviously, I'm sure these guys that he's going to be working with next year don't really appreciate this because they've got a championship they can win this year, and he doesn't. So, I don't know what he was thinking really or what the problem was, but just is very, very unfortunate for all these Kellogg's CarQuest boys, and the guys do such a great job. We had an awesome car. I thought it was going to be a car that was going to be a top 3 definitely, if not maybe a winning car. Just cruising there, riding around, minding my own business on the bottom, and just got run over.
Looks like the right front tire's down in that car. We saw it go by and went straight up into turn 1.
Got something wrong with the right front, it looks like, guys. I can't tell. All right, come down pit road, right side, pull the tires away. Caution is down for debris. Caution is for debris. We got a tire down.
And we have our third different leader of the day. Kurt Busch able to make the pass here to take the lead.
Well, you see the 2 car just working the bottom of the racetrack. And right now what's going to help him is Jeff Gordon pulling down, helping him with the draft, shoving him past right at the start-finish line. And right at the lead he goes.
Battle for second spot. Tony Stewart has taken the second position away, the highest we've seen Tony today. Last year's winner here. 9 of the top 10 drivers are in the chase, and right now the chase is on for the lead with that 20 car of Tony Stewart trying to get on the inside. And here comes Kurt Busch back on the high side.
And boys, that 20 car been a good one throughout the day. He started kind of back a little bit. He drove that thing all the way up front, and now he's passing Kensing's the lead on the bottom of the track.
Here he goes. Bringing that 2 car with him. Trying to.
Man, he looks like he was shot out of a cannon right there. But Kurt Busch, strong car. Look at that momentum he's got off of turn 4.
Kurt Busch on the inside, and as he flashes by, you see his brother Kyle Busch now coming back out of the garage. They have worked so hard to get that car repaired, so he is back on the track, marking now on lap 74. Kyle being shown 45 laps down.
Got 5 cars running 5 different lines off turn 4 or turn 2.
You know, NASCAR and Goodyear need to take a look at this racing going on today, and I really think they can make the racing better than it already is with the car tomorrow, with softening his tire up just a little bit, guys.
I don't know how you can get any better than this right here, though.
Reminiscent of the great racing we saw in the NASCAR Busch Series here yesterday for 300 miles. Here's the 20 car. These guys have better look in their rearview mirrors, but here comes the 24 and the 48 have hooked up now nose to tail, and they are trying to run these top 3 down.
Well, I know they're coming. You better take a look at that Miller Lite car, that number 2 car. He's flying right now on top of the racetrack. He's got Kenseth behind, and we saw it earlier. And if you get a car behind you, it really helps the draft. Helps get going.
Looks like they got the 31 car running again now.
Spare fuel pump cable in the car. Good move. They broke it, were able to hook it back up, get back after it.
Cost them 10 laps, so to get that done. Wow, look at this.
Whoa, up across the racetrack, and Tony Stewart puts the car right up there near the 17. In progress, seems spinning across the racetrack up there. Remember, Robbie had to go to the back of the pack and start because of an engine change. He lost an engine earlier in the week, and yeah, you see the tires are down. He's just trying to keep the car from looping back around. He's already had some contact with the right rear. .124 of 267 laps are complete, and here are the leaders up front. The 2 car of Kurt Busch. Take a look at our Ford lap leaders. He has now officially led the most laps thus far. 59. Pat Kenseth led 49. You see the other leaders there. Jimmy Johnson has been credited with leading a lap, so he will get the 5 bonus points as well. Now remember, halfway is lap 134. Well, that is just 10 laps away, and weather is rapidly moving in behind the grandstand. These guys are trying to hang on here and at least get this to halfway.
And Kurt Busch has been dominating. They were hoping rain would come out because it was official at the halfway point, but they made a 1 round down on the track bar, and 4 tires of fuel. He's away.
We're past halfway, so it's going to be a drag race to this caution flag, because you got to believe it's going to come out pretty shortly.
Tony Stewart has not come on the pit road. Remember, he got a lot of great gas mileage here a year ago when he was able to hang on and coast bound by for the win. Alan.
Tony Stewart's team was ready to pit him a lap ago, but they told him to stay out. They were feeling raindrops on the pit box, so now they're trying to see how long they can run on fuel, see if the skies are going to open up, and they might steal a win away. They almost can't take a chance on either way, getting caught pitting and then it raining, or staying out and running out of fuel. Tough spot there, Dave.
Caution on the racetrack as Blaney is away, and you see that Rick Monroe waving the caution. We saw a flash of lightning just behind us here as the storms are moving in. And Tony Stewart Greg Zipadelli, you heard Alan say a moment ago, made the call to keep him on the racetrack and not bring him on pit road.
A lot of fingers crossed and hoping they see the red flag shortly.
Okay, they're bringing him down pit road right now, guys, and this is great news for Tony Stewart. The reins are really opening up right now. NASCAR's sees it happening. We'll see what happens here.
The tail end of the lead lap, and they're going to go 3 wide and 4 wide as they retake the green flag. They're going to the 20 car behind all these cars that are being shown on the tail end of the lead lap. Oh, contact! Schrader is sideways. Gilliland is in it. The 1 car of Truex, the 17 car of Kenseth. I'll show you what happened here on the restart in the corner. Watch a 21 car.
It's like Kenny Schrader got alongside Michael Waltrip and just got loose, spun the car, and they all start spinning to avoid him. And look at that, they just all pirouette side by side. The 17 car to 38, the 1 car, the 00 of David Rudiman. They're all involved. Now it's all smoke. Nobody can see anything. They keep plowing into it.
Boy, Greg Biffle getting a big run up on the top.
Again, Greg Biffle not in the chase, but he has his own agenda, wanting to win a race and be able to make a statement here in the final 8 events here of 2007.
And Tony Stewart is in trouble.
Oh, Tony Stewart, what everyone hoped would not happen, and he has trouble, and he gets the 99 car involved.
Man, I tell you, that was just a bad decision right there. Leave him out there. I was worried about that.
Here comes the 2 car.
It looks like Tony was having some problems right there, struggling up against up high, and the 2 car just had too much momentum on him.
We'll see what's going to happen here. 28 laps to go. We're just going to lap 210. It is Biffle who's awfully hungry, trying to get win number 1 in 2007. Biffle hard.
3 wide action back in the pack.
Jimmy Johnson a part of that 3 wide mix. Oh, contact down the back straightaway. The 11 car is involved. McMurray is involved. Caution for the 11th time today. Let's show you what happened. Top of your screen, watch the 11 car. The 15 there beside him is Paul Menard.
Some real tight racing. Whoa, it looks like Jamie McMurray actually got into the side of Paul Menard.
And that's another part of the racetrack that's pretty unstable, guys. They're 3 wide side by side. Jamie's trapped on the bottom and slides up and gets into Paul Menard, and Paul Menard gets into 11 car. And there you go. But there wasn't any room left because of the 3 wide action off of 2.
Greg Biffle finished 3rd here in 2004, led 64 laps. He finished 2nd here in 2005. He led 47 laps. He is yet to win at Kansas, and he is yet to win in 2007. There's Biffle. 5 laps to go before he will go to victory lane for the first time. And he knows how much the guy in his rearview mirror in the 07 wants this race today.
I'm just amazed at Clint Boyer. You know, he comes into this thing 12th in points. The bottom of the guys hadn't gotten a win, and now he's got a win at New Hampshire. Here he's challenging for the championship.
42, speaking of rookies, contact with the wall for Juan Pablo Montoya.
He's got a buzz.
Hold on, easy.
Yeah, they're going to have to throw a caution for this debris now.
Oh, man, 4 laps to go.
Oh, this is going to change everything.
Well, due to the darkness, they're saying they are not going to restart this race because of the darkness on the racetrack here, and it is going to finish as promised on lap 210. And so when he comes by to take lap 210, he will get the checkered flag.
Congratulations to Greg Biffle, huh?
Looks like the Aflac Ducks going to get a checker here.
Greg Biffle, 37-year-old driver, had gone 28 races. His last win was at Homestead at the end of finale of 2006.
Flag, buddy, right there. Checker flag.
Biffle takes the win at Kansas Speedway in what was an unbelievably long day. But he doesn't care. Right now, he is a winner in 2007.
The
Jerry, it's very interesting coming to the start-finish line the last time, though. I know you and the 07 were sort of interested in whether or not the 16 might be the victor.
Yeah, he was clearly out of gas. I feel terrible for Greg. He's been working so hard to win a race and is they're in position to win it. But if you don't maintain pace car speed, you don't hold your position. And it was clear to everyone that he couldn't do it. If he could have, he would have stayed on the bumper of the pace car to the finish line. So, in my opinion, where he coasted across the finish line relative to the other cars that can maintain pit road speed is where he should finish.
What are your thoughts right now?
I don't know what to think. I thought you at least had to finish on your own power across the finish line. I don't know if we were supposed to wait on him or what we were supposed to do, but, nonetheless, it was a good day for us. You want to win when you come back to your hometown. It's been a long day, and it's been pretty wild. Radio quit there at the end, and it's just it's been wild.
A lot of confusion at the end of this race here, but I'm here with Jim Hunter of NASCAR. And Jim, some drivers are saying, hey, Biffle shouldn't win the race. What's NASCAR's opinion on the situation?
Here's the situation. When the caution comes out like that, the leader of the race has to maintain a reasonable speed to the start-finish line. And in our opinion, in NASCAR's opinion, Greg Biffle did that.